Pat, I didn't tell her, and I begged them not to call anybody.
Tell her what? Who's them? What happened?
I got a call a while ago from a Dr. Thompson. Sit. And the doctor asked me if I would come and pick Delia up because she was so upset. And so I went to this abortion clinic and I brought her home.
Are you all right?
She didn't have the abortion. She fell into the hands of responsible people.
Delia, we agreed abortion was not the answer.
Patrick, Delia is carrying your child.
Apparently.
Patty, you know it's yours.
I know it's mine. I spent one night with Delia in Boston.
Oh.
Maeve, please don't be mad at him, please. He was just trying to be good to me. And see, Pat, I was trying to be good to you, and that's why I thought I would get the abortion. And they couldn't do it today. And the doctor said that I should be very sure and
Something
think about
she wasn't able to do, by the grace of God.
I mean, that's destroying a baby. It's killing.
Your child. My grandchild.
I didn't send her there. Didn't you understand a thing I said to you yesterday?
You said I had to find my own solution, and I'm only sorry that I didn't have enough nerve to go through it.
Stop that. You're making that sound like I turned my back on you.
You told me that you were going to marry Faith no matter what.
Delia, I promised to help you.
Well, what kind of help is that? You want me to go away someplace, and you want me to have this baby, and then never come back here again? I mean, you might think that's a smart idea.
That was your idea. It wasn't mine, and neither one of us took it seriously. I don't know what she's told you. Ma, I didn't want you to find out about this. But since you did, I want you to get the whole story straight.
I didn't lie. I just told your mother that you got me pregnant, and that you didn't want me, and you didn't want this baby. That's true, isn't it?
You implied that the abortion was my suggestion.
No, she implied no such thing. But she did tell me that you wanted to put the baby up for adoption.
I did think that was a possibility.
You would give up your own flesh and blood. You go to bed with your brother's wife. Do I know you at all, Patrick?
I know this is no excuse, but Dee and Frank ended their marriage years ago. Even Frank says that
I do not go in this matter by what Frank says or what the rest of you say. I go by God's law. How could you let this happen? Help me to understand, Pat.
Happening now on General Hospital.
I think I know what's causing Jason's seizures. Do you remember Jason's original accident?
Where are you?
The first accident made him a ruthless killer. Jason! No one knows what will happen this time.
Wait, you wake up a different person?
Who will Jason be?
Say something.
General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
Some spots you just gotta love. But my spots, I just had to lose.
Garnier introduces the Clinical Dark Spot Corrector, a new daily moisturizer powered by pure, potent vitamin C.
It targets dark spots, age spots, even acne marks, breaking them up, lifting them away. I use it all over, every day, to help prevent new spots from surfacing.
So effective, 82% saw dark spot reduction.
This skin, I love. See spots run.
New Dark Spot Corrector from Garnier Skincare.
Take care.
Hey, you kids almost ready? I got breakfast waiting for you. Woo!
Uh-oh. What?
Mom's doing her exercise video again. When Mom's on a health kick, all of us are. And now she's made us breakfast. Uh-oh.
Eggo Nutri-Grain waffles. You know it's made with 8 grams of whole grain and is a good source of fiber. All they know is it tastes great. Eggo Nutri-Grain waffles. Simply delicious.
Cowhide dries out. So does your man hide. Regular Men's body wash can dry out your skin. Only Dove Men Plus Care has micro moisture to fight skin dryness, so that man hide of yours stays clean and moisturized. Be comfortable in your own skin.
A healthy space for baby starts before you're pregnant. My doctor recommended One-A-Day Women's Prenatal, a complete multivitamin with folic acid plus DHA to support my baby's healthy brain and eye development before, during, and after my pregnancy. One-A-Day Women's Prenatal.
Why should you get a domain name from GoDaddy.com? Because a domain name lets you do so many things on the internet. Use yours to build a website, to promote services or sell products, post your resume, register your baby's name, create a wedding site, then post photos and videos to share with family. Visit GoDaddy.com now to see more things domain names can be used for and get your very own. GoDaddy.com. Domains, websites, and everything in between.
You got time for a quick conference?
Hi. I was going to call you later. I paid Jack a visit today.
Process server paid me a visit.
Summons?
Summons and complaint in an action for divorce. I got so furious when I read it, I tore it in half. It accuses me of cruel and inhuman treatment. Isn't that just swell?
Oh, it's all so crazy.
Well, at least it didn't take me by surprise. Oh, yes, it did. When I refused to let Jack serve me with those stupid papers himself, I thought maybe I shook him up a little. Had some notion he might call his lady lawyer and tell her to hold off.
I'm afraid the strategy is just exactly the opposite. I also saw Ann Burney today.
They're gonna pound away at me till I cave in, aren't they?
Right. But I told her that she hasn't seen stubborn until she's seen you, kid.
Good. Everybody should have a lawyer for a brother. So what do we do now?
About this? Glue it back together. Or contest it, if you still want to.
I do. But it'll mean the start of a long battle, won't it?
Unless one of you has a change of heart.
I'll have a change of heart the day Jack convinces me that he really doesn't want me. But as long as I believe he's just acting on some crazy impulse to hurt himself, I can't give up on him. Frank, I have to oppose the divorce.
And Jack will have to insist on this.
Yeah. Oh, if only I could get through to him. Make him listen to me for a few minutes. If I could only figure out some approach.
Oh, look, there's still time. We've got Jack locked into a bad position. Without your consent to a civil divorce, he can't get a church annulment.
So we just fight, huh? Week after week after week.
No. We hold on for a while, then reassess our position and figure out what to do then.
How long is a while? I would like so much to be close to Jack in a few months, when the baby's born. Frank, I want him to go through the whole delivery with me.
You're going to do the natural childbirth.
Yeah. And as I understand it, the father can be involved in a very special way. Dr. Wolf is experimenting with this new French technique, and he just showed me some marvelous tapes of babies being born. The parents and the child actually become a real family right there in the delivery room.
I wanted to do something like that when Delia had little John, but she was so scared.
I think I've been a little scared, too. But after seeing those tapes, I'm just excited. If Jack could just see them, if he'd be there with me when the baby comes, it'd make all the difference in the world.
And you think he'd forget about the divorce?
No, but I think he'd find out that being a father is the most natural thing in the world. He'd stop being afraid. He'd want his child. He'd let himself want me. Wouldn't seem like a trap anymore. Go ahead. Tell me that's a very nice, very impossible dream.
Well, difficult anyway. I think your instincts are right. But how you can get Jack to set foot in Dr. Wolf's office, never mind look at those tapes, I can't imagine.
He does something for me, I'll do something for him.
That's right. And if anybody can swing it, you can. Meanwhile, you'll just have to keep working at him, that's all.
Yeah. If he agrees to get involved with the baby's birth, I don't know. I haven't a clue what to offer him.
Something that he really wants.
To be left alone. Frank.
Well, that didn't take very long, did it?
Have I got a deal for him? Such a deal he can't possibly refuse.
Well, what is it?
I will let you know if it works.
I won't try and justify what happened between Delia and me in Boston. It was wrong. I knew it then, and I've regretted it every day since.
Don't say that.
I told you the same thing before we even left the hotel.
You've told me a lot of things. I don't know what to believe.
Oh, yeah. She believes what she wants to believe and nothing more. Fact is, I swore that when we came back to New York, we wouldn't be lovers. And I've stuck to that, Ma. I've stayed away from her.
What's more to the point is that you did not stay away from her in Boston. What madness came over you, Patrick? I mean, didn't you realize it was more than an injury to Dee? I mean, did you think of Frank? He was very much married to her at the time. Did you think of little John? Did you think of the rest of us, perhaps? Sitting back here waiting, grateful because you'd found Delia. Sure, we weren't worried. Patrick was up in Boston, rescuing Delia from Roger Coleridge, keeping her free from harm.
I can't say anything that I haven't already said to myself.
All right, then you tell me. Give me some explanation.
Look, you're not my confessor. I've been to a priest. I went and saw Father McShane the day after I got back from Boston, and he told me to get out of here, to stay away from Delia. That's why I moved back to my quarters at the hospital. Ma, I don't have any words to say how sorry I am.
Well, you're right about one count. It's not me that you have to settle this with.
I told Delia I would help her any way I could.
Except for marriage.
I'm marrying Faith.
Don't tell me you turned to Faith to get away from Delia. Oh, for God's sake, son, you wouldn't use that girl that way.
No, I did start spending more time with her after Boston. But it turned into something separate and beautiful. I'm in love with Faith, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Patty, you used to say that to me in high school. And you used to love me, and you used to tell me that you wanted to be with me always. Now, you said that, didn't you?
We're kids. No, let's not go back into that.
In high school?
Yeah. Maeve, I thought you would have guessed. Pat and I were lovers. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know Pat felt the same way about it. But he didn't want to marry me, and that's the reason why we broke up. You see, we've been very special friends all through the years.
What exactly does that mean?
That I've been her friend, Ma, period.
Maeve, he never touched me once since I've been married to Frank. Not once, because Patty's not that type of person, and I'm not that type of person either. You see, it's just that we remember the way things used to be, but we act like we didn't.
Because it's over.
Well, it's not over for me. Maeve, I don't want you to be upset, because I love Frank very much, and I loved him for a long time. But when he left me, I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't married anymore. And in Boston, Pat and I together seemed very right.
Is there something more that I haven't guessed?
Please don't act like Pat did something awful, because he really didn't.
I can speak for myself,
I
Delia.
love you very much, and I just want her to understand.
But she's never gonna understand if you keep twisting things.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about Boston. And I'm not sorry about that baby, and I'm glad I didn't have the abortion, because at least I have your child to love.
Maggie, it's all right. I'll be out in a minute. Come on, come on. Hush now, dear. You're all right. Come on.
No.
Come on, lie down.
I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
Well, we can't make any decisions about that right away. It's too soon to think it through clearly.
Maeve, you're not gonna send me away, are you?
No, of course not.
You know, I've always felt closer to you than my own mother. I mean, even after her funeral, you said to me, always think of this apartment as your home, right?
Yes, I remember. And it is your home.
And this is my family?
Yes, of course. You know that.
Maeve, I was so happy when I found out I was pregnant because I felt all of us could be closer. I mean, it's really crazy, isn't it? I thought there would be another Ryan baby, and it would be my child, but yours, too. And
if you're telling me that I should care for yours and Patrick's child, I mean, there's no need of, dear. I love him already. Now, come on, rest a while.
Thank you.
Lie down. I have a few more things to say to you.
I figured you did.
She's gonna find proof that I'm a hooker and take Parker away from me.
Kate has ruined Chloe's life.
You set me up.
Now will she dare?
Why did you lie to me?
Try to take on EJ next.
Am I supposed to be scared?
You should be scared.
Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
This is the week
Whatever it is, just say it.
Angie finally finds out the truth.
Lucy is not our baby, our little girl. She died.
And
I know there are others.
who else might still be alive? Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
My doctor told me calcium is best absorbed in small, continuous amounts. Only one calcium supplement does that in one daily dose. New Citracal Slow Release continuously releases calcium plus D for the efficient absorption my body needs. Citracal.
When you come to eHarmony, I can promise you, we sincerely care about you. Experience the difference of a site that really cares about helping you find a wonderful relationship. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
The Gerber generation is making their fruit and veggies disappear. New Graduates Fruit and Veggie Melts, the snack with the taste toddlers find magical. Join the Gerber generation on Facebook. The Gerber generation is drumming up a love for yogurt. Gerber Yogurt Blend Snacks with a NutriProtect blend of essential vitamins, minerals, and the creamy deliciousness little ones love. Join the Gerber generation on Facebook.
This summer, the party's on SoapNet. We have a party to rock.
You will never take over my life.
Nothing is going to change how I feel about you.
That love can't die, baby.
Oh, it is so on.
What? Shut up! And you won't believe who's coming.
You're back.
This is one summer shindig you don't want to miss.
I am ready to have the summer of my life.
Only on SoapNet.
Down.
Okay. Hey, I'm coming. What do you want?
Nothing much. Little chat. I'd have used my key, but I was afraid it might seem like an invasion of your privacy.
Uh-huh.
Got your message. The divorce papers?
I'm sorry that you made me do it that way.
Sorry it had to be done at all. Of course, it doesn't mean anything's gonna happen. But it wasn't a nice experience.
Something's gonna happen, Mary. It's all official and legal. I filed for civil divorce, and the annulment comes after that.
Yes, but you can't take any of it much further without my consent. At least that's what my lawyer tells me.
Your brother.
I went searching for the best legal mind around. Just happened to belong to Frank.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing here? I mean, if you came down here to tell me you make trouble on a civil divorce, I already know that.
I assumed you did.
So, why are you here? Mary, you decided to give me the divorce?
In a way.
What do you mean?
mean, maybe we can work something out.
It's good to settle it all now. Spare you a lot of misery. I don't want to hurt you.
How can you sound so loving when you're talking about ending our marriage?
So tell me what you have in mind. What can we work out?
I have a deal to offer you, Finelli. It's not what you think, but it could end in divorce. It could also end happily ever after.
I should have known.
You want to hear?
I've got a choice.
I need a certain number of hours with you. They will be spent in natural childbirth classes, in practice sessions, helping me learn how to breathe, exercises, and so forth. And finally, in the delivery room. You give me that time, and in return, I'll give you a divorce the day after the baby's born, if you still want one.
You figure I won't.
It's a gamble. I'm willing to take it. How about you?
Why can't we just make it fast and clean? I've already left you. You want to start getting involved in me again and keep going on until it's a disaster forever and ever and ever and ever.
The baby is due in 3 months, 12 weeks. It's nothing.
It was hard enough to walk out on you first time. Be much worse in 3 months. Especially if we're seeing each other on a regular basis.
I hope it'll be impossible.
I won't change my mind.
Then I lose. And I'll stick to my end of the bargain.
Okay, I'll think about it, but I don't like it.
I know the whole fatherhood thing scares you. But come see some videotapes with me. Come to a few classes, just a couple of weeks. You might just decide there's nothing to be afraid of after all.
Mary, this is a bad idea.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet.
Join us for The Chew, a new talk show that's made fresh every day.
Wait till you try this.
With expert advice.
My favorite prosciutto comes from Iowa, but fortunately, they deliver.
Dish towels that make the perfect napkins for messy backyard barbecues. The hottest trends.
Pulled chicken tacos from the Korean barbecue truck. Delicious.
And useful tips.
Smaller shrimp are less expensive and just as tasty in my yummy gumbo.
Join The Chew for a bite. Weekdays, coming Monday, September 26th, only on ABC.
New Glade Decor scents have a stylish design and gentle fragrance that don't just scent a room, they inspire it. Let Glade make an impression in any room in your home. And enjoy great fragrance all day long. Get new Glade Decor scents and release the magic.
SC Johnson, a family company.
I wanted to look great. Benadryl helped me lose 50 pounds. I lost 31 pounds.
I lost 40 pounds.
And I lost an incredible 37 pounds. Lose weight and look great with Benadryl.
America's #1 long-wear lip color and #1 lip stain is CoverGirl Outlast. What makes Outlast so great? With Outlast, we can go for hours and our lip color still looks fresh. Outlast from easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
Hop on over to SoapNet to catch the latest Genoa City drama.
This is going to be very, very good.
The Young and the Restless, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.
This week,
Is this really goodbye?
a special farewell
I love you.
from the most important people in Dorian's life.
I'm probably a friend of me. I think I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC, and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Jason, look out!
Time is running out for Jason Morgan.
Jason can't live with a ticking bomb in his head.
Happening now on General Hospital.
I think I know what's causing Jason's seizures. Do you remember Jason's original accident?
It just changed so completely.
are you?
The first accident made him a ruthless killer. No one knows what will happen this time.
Wait, can you wake up a different person? It's happened once before. There's no saying it can't happen again.
I really want Jason to wake up. My Jason. The man that I know loves me.
And the surgery that keeps her fiancé alive.
Having a foreign object this deep is dicey at best. We got a bleeder.
Could make him a complete stranger when he wakes up. Who will Jason be?
Say something. Please, Jason.
General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
Patrick, I seem to be functioning well enough, but actually I don't feel quite right. I guess it's all that I've been told this afternoon.
Well, you've been told about me.
Basically, yes.
Well, I'd give anything.
I've loved you so long. I thought I knew you. I thought I understood you. And now I find out in a few hours that there's a whole side to you I've never even seen, never even suspected.
You knew that Delia and I were involved in high school.
I never knew that you were lovers, then or now.
One night in Boston, one night in years.
She was your brother's wife? And now she claims that you've made all kinds of vows of love to her. I mean, that's the kind of thing that no decent man does lightly. I've always believed that decency was second nature to you.
Before you write me off completely, remember that Delia's version of things isn't always the truth.
All right. Then tell me this. Is it true that you reject the child she's carrying?
I don't want it. But I wouldn't have it destroyed either.
You have no feeling for your unborn child?
Listen, you don't begin to understand what's at the bottom of this situation. Delia wanted that lovemaking in Boston. She planned that little seduction, and she planned to come out of it pregnant.
This from her greatest defender.
You don't believe me?
Well, I can't lay all the blame at her feet. I mean, it doesn't matter what she planned.
Yeah, well, I blame myself for allowing her to manipulate me like that, but she set the whole thing up. She expected me to react like a damned fool. Did I come through for her? She got me in a frenzy about running away with Roger, and then when I said I'd actually come after her if she left, that was the promise she was waiting for.
Oh, yes, the promise that we all tried to talk you out of. But you wouldn't listen. And it wasn't because Delia was twisting your arm, either.
That's true. I allowed her to do it.
You allowed it, and you enjoyed it.
I won't deny that. But it's very clear that she arranged that whole trip just so that I'd come up and rescue her. Everything from the note she left behind her to that slow boat out of Boston was calculated to bring me after her.
Suppose it was. There is such a thing as free will, you know. I mean, no matter what she had planned, I mean, she could not force you to cooperate with it. I mean, you have a mind of your own, son. We both know that. Assuming that everything you say is true, the fact remains that you took your brother's wife to bed and you made her pregnant with your child. And now I'm afraid you're going to have to face the responsibility for the life that you've begun.
I intend to. I also intend to be responsible to Faith.
How? Tell me that. How?
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.